Welcome to the Shakaama Live Show with your host, Shakaama. I have probably world-changing news right here. $3 trillion establishes the new African free trade of Africa. I'm sure you've heard the saying Africa for Africa. Africa for Africans. Do you know what's behind that? What they're trying to say? Get Europe out of Africa. Be sure to stay tuned here. That means subscribe, click the notification bell, and watch this entire video. This is game-changing stuff. That's the technical word for it. You remember the starving Ethiopians? You remember how they were thousands of commercials asking you to send money to help the poor, starving Ethiopian children. You remember that? Well, that's been long gone, so now I guess by now you heard that was just a big scam, right? Oh, you haven't heard that? Did you also hear that it nearly destroyed all of the farmers in Ethiopia? Oh, you didn't know there were farmers in Ethiopia? You just think farmers are only in white countries? Or worse, you probably heard that only white farmers in Africa have farms. But I'm here to tell you, not only did the organizers of those commercials, and what's her name? They lampooned her on South Park, Sally Struthers. Not only did the organizers take the money, but they shipped free food to Ethiopia, running millions of Ethiopian farmers out of business. How you like them apples? But you haven't seen those commercials, have you? Why? Because they stopped the children from starving in Ethiopia. Now guess how they did that? You're not going to guess, so I'm going to tell you. They opened a stock market in Ethiopia. Say what now? This is why most Americans have no idea why the economy in America is tanking. In America, the economy is tanking because certain people allow the people who are in the stock market to do all sorts of shenanigans. Ethiopia established a stock market which allowed farmers to get the food to where it was needed. They also built tons of roads to the farms in northern Ethiopia to get to the people who needed it in South Ethiopia. And with the stock market, they were able to trade their goods, have goods on hand, and store them in warehouses, and then transport them to wherever way they needed to go, because that's what a stock market does. It brings money to the companies, to the manufacturers. And when you have such thing as commodities like carrots, potatoes, cucumbers, the people say, oh, okay, we're going to give you some money so you can grow some for your stock of cucumbers. White people weren't needed at all. And when I'm talking about white people weren't needed at all, I mean the organizers of that, please feed the starving children, please send money. And your money was stolen, and it wasn't needed either. How you like that? In fact, nearly all of the please send money to Africa is not needed. Do you know what the money sent to Africa actually does? That's a completely different video, and I'm not going to get into that right here. If you really want to know what the money sent to Africa really does, leave me a comment below. Tell me. I want a video about what the money sent to Africa actually does. Because I'm here to tell you, money sent to Africa doesn't do the same thing to money sent to Eastern Europe. It's built different. Isn't that the good saying now? It's built different. It hits different in Africa. Money sent to Africa, it hits different. You want that video? You tell me. I heard money sent to Africa hits different in Africa than it does in Eastern Europe, than it does when it's shipped to Japan, than it does when it's shipped to China. Guess who was getting the food before all of that happened? Mostly Europe. So Shakaama, you're telling me Ethiopians were starving While shipping food to Europeans, yes. Same with silk, same with gold, same with diamonds, same with oil, same with gas, same with fresh water. If you know anything about Africa, and me saying fresh water, that should hit you like a ton of bricks. Till this day, there's people who can't get fresh water in Africa. Yet they're shipping fresh water to Europe, the Middle East. Fresh water. Shipping fresh water to the United States. Fresh water. Africa is shipping water? Yes. And there's people who can't get water in Africa? Yes. I'm telling you, it hits different. In fact, African exports outstripped African domestic trade at 1,000 to 1. Let me say that in a different way so you understand it. For every steak that an African sells to another African, 1,000 steaks are sold to Europeans and Americans and Canadians. You Canadians think you're so nice? You ain't that nice. You ain't nice when it comes to Africa. Are you watching this on a cell phone? You need to start Googling Africa cell phones. I'm not even going to get into it. I'm not on a cell phone. In fact, I never touch it. So I touch a cell phone for about 60 seconds when I'm on the toilet a day. Haha. Anyway, well, all of that stops today. Well, not today. We got to work on Mississippi and Louisiana in the United States, if you know what I mean. All of that stops today. Well, not today. It doesn't stop today. It actually happened January 1st, 2021. The brand new African Continental Free Trade Area was finalized, and they promptly are dropping Europe as a trading partner. Because after doing a little bit of math, let's do some math here. Trading within Africa starts with $3 trillion. That's with a T, not with a B, not with an M. Guess what they get by trading with Europe and America and Canada and the Middle East and South America? Millions, not even billions. So, you got that math together? I'm gonna teach you some real math. None of this new math. Talking about none of this. What is this? The new educational system. What was that called? I'm sorry that everybody was up in arms about. If first of all, you shouldn't be sending your kid to school if he doesn't know 2 + 2 = 4. You should not be sending your kid to a school that teaches your kid 2 + 2 does not equal 4. No. Why? Because if your kid doesn't understand 2 + 2 = 4, what is he going to do when he talks about please find the circumference of the earth if I give you the radius? He can't find the distance of the earth from the sun. He can't comprehend how to build a bridge. He can't comprehend how to frame a door frame and put a door in the... If he can't get 2 + 2 = 4, he can't be an adult. Or she. 35 out of the 55 countries have ratified the agreement and started participating. They agreed to all the rules and all of the regulations. We need to sack all of the traitors in the last 20 countries, get Europeans out of power in those countries, and the CIA and Mossad out of there too, and stop the destabilization efforts in those countries to bring them on board. That means all of the war chiefs or warfare dictators, we need to get all those people out and say, you need to ship up, get your country in order, then you can join the African Free Trade, Continental Free Trade Area. In these two videos, I will present the President of Ghana and South Africa and their statements about the AFCFTA. Here is the President of Ghana.
Today is a very happy day for Mother Africa, and I'm grateful to Almighty God for the opportunity to be a part of this landmark historic event, the commencement of trading of the African Continental Free Trade Area. In August last year, I handed over a state-of-the-art office building to the African Union Commission to serve as the head office of the Secretariat of the AFCFTA. This constituted a very significant implementation milestone in the operationalization of the AFCFTA, following the AU's extraordinary summit held in the Republic of Niger on 7th July 2019, where Ghana was honored by her peers with the privilege of hosting the Secretariat. For many of us, past and present, who have waited patiently for this day, this ceremony represents an important step towards realizing the goal of continental integration. The manifestation of that enduring dream of the founding fathers of our union to create an economically integrated and sustainable continent capable of ending our dependency on foreign assistance and eradicating poverty by harnessing our considerable resources, human and natural, begins today. We're determined to enter into a new era of industrialization, and access now to a single continental market will be a game changer on that journey, as it will be the key to the ability of businesses on the continent to recover from the adverse effects of COVID-19 and proceed to grow and leverage on the new opportunities available in the new market. Trading amongst ourselves will be duty-free and quota-free, and with a market of some 1.2 billion people and a combined GDP of some 3 trillion United States dollars, the AFCFTA will boost inter-African trade, stimulate investment and innovation, diversify exports, improve food security, foster structural transformation, enhance economic growth, and above all, provide jobs for the youth, as well as fresh impetus for African entrepreneurs. I'm confident that the private sector, if actively supported by government, is capable and willing to be at the vanguard of this transformation. For us in Ghana, we have embraced fully this partnership between government and the private sector to ensure maximum benefit is derived from the AFCFTA. Indeed, a series of public sensitization forums across all 16 regions of the country have been organized to update the private sector on the implementation of AFCFTA protocols, the operational requirements for effective trading in the market, and preparations for the start of trading. Public education will be intensified further after the start of trading. I'm hopeful that the state parties which are yet to submit their market access offer, that is the tariff liberalization schedule, to the AU Secretariat, will do so by the end of January 2021. This will ensure full access to AFCFTA trading by all state parties. In addition, all outstanding issues related to the various AFCFTA operational instruments, which were launched at the 2019 AU Extraordinary Summit, should be finalized and made operational by the end of March 2021. These include the online platform for tariff negotiations, the Africa Trade Observatory, ATO, the digital payment and settlement systems, the online mechanism for reporting and monitoring of non-tariff barriers, the mobile application for AFCFTA business activities, the MANSA repository platform to serve as a centralized database for customer due diligence, and the $1 billion United States dollar AFCFTA adjustment facility to manage the adverse effects of revenue losses for selected countries. These instruments address potential challenges to effective trading and are critical in easing business transactions and trading under the single continental market framework. as recommended by the AFCFTA champion, the President of the Republic of Niger, His Excellency Mahamadou Issoufou, there is the expectation that by the end of March 2021, the AFCFTA unit operating out of the AU Commission in Addis Ababa will be moved to Accra to ensure the consolidation of all AFCFTA-related activities under the AFCFTA Secretariat. I commend highly our experts, ambassadors, and ministers of trade, the AFCFTA Secretariat, and the AU Commission for the quality of work accomplished thus far, which has enabled the implementation of the AFCFTA to proceed. We should not relent in our efforts in concluding all outstanding issues in the Phase 1 negotiations to guarantee full implementation of the AFCFTA protocols by June 2021. In particular, I want to thank the AFCFTA champion, President Mahamadou Issoufou of the Republic of Niger, President Alpha Condé of the Republic of Guinea, President Paul Kagame of the Republic of Rwanda, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi of the Arab Republic of Egypt, and the current AU chair, President Matamela Cyril Ramaphosa of the Republic of South Africa, for championing strongly the process of implementation on all our behalves. To the AU Commission, I appeal to them to fast-track the ongoing recruitment of staff for the AFCFTA Secretariat, to enable the Secretariat to discharge its responsibilities efficiently and smoothly. I also want to reiterate the call made by the Assembly at its 13th extraordinary session on the AFCFTA to member states that have still not signed and ratified the agreement to do so as soon as possible in order to increase the size of the market and the volume of trade under the AFCFTA, as well as fast-track the continental integration process to ensure that no one is left behind and we achieve the Africa we want. There is a new Africa emerging with a sense of urgency and purpose and an aspiration to become self-reliant and move the continent to a situation of self-sufficiency, progress, and prosperity. In this regard, I assure this gathering of Ghana's unwavering commitment and dedication to the agenda of continental integration. We must succeed together and do so resoundingly for the benefit of current and future generations. I wish you a very prosperous and productive new year. A new dawn of trading and investment across Africa for Africans has just begun. May God bless Mother Africa and us all. And thank you for your attention.